Hello, chat. How are we doing tonight? Okay, good. Looks like things are at least roughly working out. I see I'm going to need to tweak the text size over on the chat box on the vertical feed, but other than that, looks like this new setup is at least mostly working out just fine. All right. So, chat. So we ran into issues where just a few different reasons. Obviously, Stream Friday night did not happen. So the previously announced follower and sub incentives and everything that we were doing for Thursday and Friday will carry over for tonight, simply because obviously there was no Friday night. How does that sound? So, you might be wondering, what are we doing? Well, what are we doing, chat? We are going completely out of our darn minds. So, we has Phantasmal Flames ETB. Local card shop also had a couple of these that we figured, might as well. Why? Because there's packs in it. And the lovely Wolf Bay was like, yeah, I might be able to do an art project using some of this stuff. So we have a couple of the trainer's toolkits. I don't actually know exactly what packs are in those. I'm guessing they're something Scarlet Violet era. Seems like a safe bet. So we'll find out. And then, partly due to a screw up on their part, just because they shipped the wrong thing, but it wound up basically being 12 in one hand, dozen in the other. Didn't really matter too much. Yeah. Camera's a little close. I'll have to see if I can zoom that out. But so we got 3 of these guys. Each one of them has 2 packs of Twilight Mask, 2 packs of Surging Sparks, 2 packs of Journey Together, and 2 packs of Destined Rivals. Most of which are not sets that have been super kind to us.
Journey Together wasn't bad.
Yeah, Journey Together wasn't too bad.
The rest...
If you like Belly Bolt, anyway.
I do. And I especially love Iona.
For sure. You know, the character's so nice they had to go ahead and create her twice.
Canary.
And then I did also grab one of these. I'm not 100% sure if I want to open it or not, but neat thing with this guy is it has the lenticular card, which is something that they've started to slowly bring back into things. So we'll see. Depends on how excited you are, chat.
And then we have single packs. Right?
Yes. Yeah, do we ever.
And did you want to open those too, or?
I think I'm going to keep those as like just on incentives.
Okay.
Especially since I am kind of keeping that going for the time being. But then a couple of check lane boosters, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 loose Phantasmal Flame packs. So we actually have more than an extra ETB in Phantasmal right here. Booster boxes were not in the cards for this time. As per usual.
In the cards.
But as per usual, the the current pre-order and inventory situation with Pokemon is not good. So little bit of layout tweaking here. All right. Anyway, only if oops. And I suppose we should probably actually go live on TikTok since I set everything up for it. Yeah. So now we have TikTok up and running. Everything else seems to be running fine.
Hello, TikTok.
We are not melting any computer parts today.
That we're aware of.
Yep. Well, I set this up to try to be as easy on the system as possible. That's why I'm also doing the monitor there, because we have no web browser open.
Gotcha.
Pretty.
Do you want to move the... Yeah.
Problem with TikTok's layout is it doesn't really let you move anywhere.
There we go.
Because it blocks so much of your...
That's fine.
Okay.
That works.
Good enough.
Okay. What do we want to open first?
All right.
Do we do oldest to newest?
Yeah, I think we'll warm up with the... Let's do the trainer toolkits first, and then we'll go into...
So we can figure out what's in it?
Yeah. I think that makes...
Alright, here's one for you. And one for me.
Mind doing me a favor and hand me the Phantasmal real quick?
Which one?
The ETB.
ETB?
Just see if we can get a few more people in. Thank you.
I have pottery over here.
All right. So, chat, what have you guys seen or heard so far with Phantasmal Flames? From what I've heard, it sounds like the pull rates are fairly similar to Mega Evolution, which in our case would not be a good thing.
It's pretty cool.
Neat little box of things.
So in this, it's supposed to have 50 plus pre-decked cards, 4 booster packs, 65 card sleeves, a strategy guide, damage dice, coin flip die, and condition markers.
Well, I don't think it's...
They're megas. And Destin.
Okay, they're updated then. And I don't think it's a pre-built deck. I think it's actually just cards that are deemed playable or useful for TCG. Case in point, Flip the Script Pheasantipity. Okay, so these are actually updated, though.
The dice, they're so pretty.
Neat color combo on them. Oh, that's funny. The sleeves are actually in the deck box.
You don't like the color on them.
Okay, 2 DR and 2 Mega. Okay.
Yeah. What I was thinking.
So they actually did update these fairly recently then.
Yeah. Do we open these now or do we open them after?
Let's go ahead and open them now since we got them out.
Okay. Wanted to see how you were feeling.
Feeling pretty good today. We had a really good event for Pokemon Go, despite my day 2 of Wild Area starting off with a shiny Honchkrow running. After that, it got better.
That was sad.
Yeah, it was
horrible to witness. Like, I literally couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, she was watching my will to live just very rapidly drain from my face.
And I'm like, oh goodness, this is how it's gonna go.
Yeah, it was something.
Okay. Mind if I rip first?
Go for it.
Alright. Let's open the first Destined Rivals. I think we got enough Destined Rivals sleeves, right?
Yeah. That one I know we do.
And because it's Scarlet Violet, one to the front.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. We got Metal Energy. Heat Rotom. Marnie's Impidimp, which I got a shiny of.
Yep, she got the shiny Impidimp, I got Hundo.
Shroomish. Steven Skarmory. Cynthia's Spiritomb. Fortress. Steven's Claydol. Reverse Hollow Marnie's Morgrem. Reverse Hollow Team Rocket's Venture Bomb. And Hollow Team Rocket Sneasel. Your turn.
All right. Hey, Lucy. How's it going? You've been quiet.
It's
Good to hear
been
from
a
you.
while. Hope you're doing well. You're at work.
Well, I do enjoy being good work entertainment. Dropping things?
I dropped the entire bag.
Oh.
What did Lucy say?
Oh, no.
Surgeries.
2 more eye surgeries. Yikes. Angel Dust, welcome in. Hey, Ash. We are popping tonight. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. We have Metal Energy, Torchic, Team Rocket's Meowth, Missy Staryu, Team Rocket's Ekans, Team Rocket's Petrel, Probopass, Team Rocket's Mimikyu, Reverse Hollow Ethan's Sudowoodo, Reverse Hollow Arvin's Greedent, Arbolive EX. Starting off with a double rare.
Olive. Oh, speaking of Olive, I got a shiny Smoliv today too in Pogo. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's rough. I know you've been having a hard time with all that.
All right, y'all. Here we go. We got Fire Energy, Swellow, Electabuzz, Cynthia's Roselia, Team Rocket's Porygon, Team Rocket's Weezing, Team Rocket's Petrel, Probopass, Reverse Hollow Ponyta, Reverse Hollow Kangi, and Team Rocket's Wobbuffet.
All right. I'm going to do one thing real quick here.
Raise it up.
It's a little bit more space.
Okay.
All right. All right. We have Grass, Relor, Mankey, Team Rocket's Rattata, Team Rocket's Nidoran, Cynthia's Powerweight, Team Rocket's Muck, Arcanine, Reverse Hollow Hydrapple, Team Rocket's Brotherbot, and Cynthia's Roserade.
All right. All right, so we got Megas. Sorry, I thought I heard the garage. That's why I'm like listening. Sorry, mom sense kicked in. And these are one to the front?
Yep.
Alright, so my first pack of Mega is a Grass Energy, Heliolisk, Corphish, Tangela, Sandshrew, Goldango, Repel, Ninetales, Reverse Hollow Ninetales, Reverse Hollow Volcanion, and Mega Guardy EX.
Okay. Another double rare. Can't really complain about that.
Nope.
Then we're 2 double rares and 5 packs.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay, start. All right.
Sorry if I don't have as much energy today. We did Pokemon Go the last 2 days. And we did other things last night. I'm so exhausted. But I wanted to open cards.
For sure. Water Energy. Strudel. Energy Switch. Heliolisk. Corphish. Tickaton. Shiftry. Boss's Orders. Reverse Hollow Helioptile. Reverse Hollow Switch.
Hey.
Mega Camera Up DX. Okay. 3 double rares on 6 packs.
Yeah.
Not bad start to the night.
When you pulled the Tink, which one is that?
Tinkaton.
Tinkaton. I got Tinkatink shiny today.
Yep.
From an egg hatch.
Brand new shiny for Pokemon Go, and she already got it.
I can't even evolve it. But
Not
I
enough
got
candy.
it. No, I got 23 out of 25. That for you. One to the front. All right, here is my last pack of Mega Evolution from our little trainer's toolbox. We've got Metal Energy, Chikorita, Mantine, Miltank, Strudel, Mystery Garden, Soul Rock, Shiftry, Reverse Hollow Clauncher, Reverse Hollow Stuffle, and Meganium.
I will say, I do appreciate the simplicity on the reverse hollows in this set.
That's Fire Toe.
What is by my toe?
A card. Because I keep dropping things.
Man, you're worse than me tonight.
It's been a progressive thing and I don't know what it is.
Had some more tech issues. And I'm
Twitch.
Okay, there we are.
Looks like we're fine on TikTok too.
The issue is YouTube because YouTube is always the issue lately. YouTube's not even pushing the stream out to people half the time anymore.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's just wild that I could go from streams consistently for a while there. We're getting 100 to 200 watch hours a stream.
Yep.
And then to literally zero, it won't even push it to anyone.
I find it also funny because we posted that, or you posted the God Pack, and we're almost close to 250,000 views
on Instagram. YouTube.
Instagram.
Yep. YouTube, it's like 150 views. Like, YouTube hates me lately.
Crazy. And we posted that in July or June or something.
Like late July, yeah. All right. Fighting Energy. Concher. Pachirisu. Graffarai. Graphai. Knackley. Magnezone. Acerola's Mischief. Centiscorch. Reverse Hollow Ultra Ball. Reverse Hollow Shed. And Kyogre.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead with... Yeah, I think those. Especially since half of these, the way they ship the boxes are...
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, because... Best of Walmart quality. Stubborn they are. Okay. So, of course, these boxes have the stamped Cosmos foil for the Greninja and Kingdra. So, fun fact for those who haven't really, who are newer-ish, or just really since the last few generations of cards around, when they first rolled out the reverse hollows back in, I believe that was, I think, the Gen 4 cards, literally all that they actually did was they had like the set name stamped on them, similar to that, and that was the reverse hollow. So it was more like just a stamp card more than anything else. I've only dropped one card so far now. Yep.
Oh, surging.
Yep.
Are we doing mask first, though?
Yep.
Going in chrono order?
I think so. You want to start off?
Sure. Alright, Twilight let me get over here. Twilight Mask. Psychic Energy, Hisuian Growlithe, Monferno, Nose Pass. That shall not be named.
I didn't realize they had J.K. Rowling in here. Farigiraf.
Thank you. Dyslexia hitting hard tonight. Jamming Tower. Glaceon. Reverse Hollow Brute Bonnet. Reverse Hollow Crawdon. And Frostlass. Which, spoiler alert, if you haven't played ZA or haven't gotten to this point, please turn away, turn the volume down. I don't really care. When I put this card away, I am done talking about it. Here's your chance. Hey, I absolutely love the mega for this Frostlass. I think it's amazing. I love the design. I think it's also super creepy with the like cries that it does, but it's amazing and I love it. Okay, I'm done. You can turn your volume back up again. Okay.
All right. Dark Energy. Poochyena. Palisand. Timber. Spinarak. Ambipom. Bug Catching Set. Aggron. Handheld Fan. Reverse Hollow. Reverse Hollow Palisand. And Alakazam.
Alright. Continuing with Twilight Mask. Anything coming up here on stream?
So we will have some more ZA coming up. I know I haven't been streaming a whole lot. That's been a game that I've been doing a little bit more off stream than anything, just as a way to decompress. But I will be doing a little bit more. The problem with ZA is right now my next really big thing is finishing up getting the shiny charm. Nobody wants to sit here and watch me go through the same set of 5 restaurant battles literally another 120 times. Boring. It would be awful content. So I'm not going to subject my stream to it. So until I get that knocked out and actually start doing some genuine shiny hunts ahead of the DLC launch in December, we're going to see a little bit more for Destiny 2. I'm aiming to try to get to about 450 power on that before Renegades comes out. Amusingly enough, I think now that Renegades and the DLC for ZA come out either the same day or within like a week of each other now. So early December, we're going to be eating good. And then outside of that, I'll be doing a little bit more with Destiny Rising here. So most of this week probably is going to be more Destiny focused as far as streams go. And then I'm hoping to get the shiny charm knocked out within the next week or so. But we'll see. A lot of it's going to depend on how busy I am. Which, yeah. We know how that goes, chat, don't we? Anyway.
Yes, we do. Alright, so Twilight Mask. We got Dark Energy, Poliwhirl, Tangela, Shinx, Clefairy, Lucian, Darmanitan, Charming, Reverse Hollow Ducklet, Reverse Hollow Seeking, and Walking Wake.
All right. Yeah, so far this setup seems to be working fairly well. Yeah, realistically, I am probably just about done using OBS. Just, I keep having too many problems with it. So far, Meld seems to be holding up fairly well.
And it doesn't change your crap all the time.
For the most part, yeah. All right. So, grass. We're touching grass. And then Poltergeist. Varoom. Watrel. Volbeat. Bug Catching Set. Ambipom. Aggron. Reverse Hollow Poltergeist. Reverse Hollow Clefairy. And Pheasantipity.
Alright, my last pack of Twilight Mask.
So far, Twilight Mask kind of treating us how it always does.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. We got Fighting Energy, Snorunt, Chimecho, Chimchar, Whirlipede, which that alpha at first sucked.
Well, it's in the worst spot.
Yes.
Because it's blocking the entrance that you have to go through.
Iron Bundle, Lucian, Darmanitan, Reverse Hollow Teal Mask Ogerpon, Reverse Hollow Darmanitan, and Chandelure. Creepy freaking thing that is. Well, okay, spoiler again. The lampant one? And the children at the end? I'm like, what just happened? I'm like, that's not creepy at all.
Pokemon's way more dark than people give it credit for.
I don't disagree, but I wasn't expecting it.
I learned to expect it.
Okay.
Alright. Metal Energy. Slugma.
Well,
Swirlix. Tadbulb. Applin. Yeah. Carmine. Heracross. Palafin. Reverse Hollow Poltergeist. Reverse Hollow Vulpix. And Sinistcha. So yeah, once again, Twilight Mask is terrible as a set. At least to open.
we didn't even get an
Yeah.
EX.
Yeah, in 6
and
packs.
nothing.
It's trash.
Yeah, well, we kind of know. That's one of our not good sets.
Yeah. That definitely is a set that I know a lot of people like it simply because there's a lot of playable cards in it. There's like, honestly, there's a large chunk of the meta that's basically based off of it. But if you're not playing like competitive play, it's an awful set. Pull rates are not good.
Alright, let's see if we find the beehole Pokemon. Pikachu.
Mm-hmm.
Touching Grass. Magnemite. Slackoff. Oricorio. Volcarona. Surfer. Appleton. Iron Bundle. Reverse Hollow Scatterbug. Reverse Hollow Flapple. Not Tapu Lele. No!
Right. All right. Psychic Energy. Dino. Little. Blitzel. Strudel. Koraidon. Ninetales. Callbell. Rotom Reverse Hollow. Reverse Hollow Armarouge. Tapu Lele. This was another set that was horrific to us.
Yes, yes, it was. Alright, here we go. Second pack. Water Energy. Drasna. Watrel. Esper. Excadrill. Technical Machine Fluorite.
Quaquavel.
Thank you. Deduction Kit.
Okay.
Nasty Little Ice Pack. Magneton Blower. Palkia Reverse Hollow. And Coffagrigus.
I mean, given that that's our first hit in like almost a dozen packs. All right. All right. Fighting Energy. Slack Off. Oricorio. Bronzor. Morlo. Iron Bundle. Mousehold. Registeel. Reverse Hollow Glimmet. Vivian. All right. Illustration Rare. First one of the night. And Chinpao. It is a pretty illustration
I love
rare.
that one. You got a good one. I'm pretty. Don't we have? I think we have that one.
I think we might. Which would be our luck. Finally get a hit and it's one we already have.
But I don't mind it.
Oh, no.
You know, it's a good one.
I mean, definitely take that over the luck we've been having for sure.
Oh, for sure. All right, my last Surging. And then we've got Journey Together, Destined, and Phantasmal.
Mm-hmm. And we have like 18 packs of... No, we have like 20 packs of Phantasmal.
Yeah. I'm so excited. Here's that. All right. So, what is your prediction on the energy?
I don't think we have fire all night.
I think maybe one of my first ones.
I think that's been the only one, though.
Electric. I'm going to say electric. Oh, you were right. You were right.
We were overdue.
Heliolisk, Citadel, Glimmet, Magnemite, Lysias, Appeal, Azumarill, Gravity Mountain, Reverse Hollow Execute, Reverse Hollow Victini, and Rapska.
All right. last pack of Surging Sparks for the evening. Weirdly enough, has treated us better than almost anything else so far.
Yep.
Which is not normal for Surging Sparks for us. At all.
No, but it's okay.
All right. Here
Oh,
we
another fire.
Dino. Blittle. Blitzel. Feels like deja vu. Strudel. Okay, something not ending in
Yeah.
Chill teaser toy. Ceruledge.
Oh.
Fluttermane.
Oh.
Reverse Hollow Helioptile. Reverse Hollow Applin. Okay. Latias EX. So we actually have 50% pull rate on Sparks.
Which is weird, because it didn't feel like it, but...
Well, at least on Sparks, but...
Yeah. Do you need help? That was tricky.
There we are.
Okay. Grab that from you, though. Alright. So, now we've got 3 Journey Togethers each. And this set, we did pretty well with.
Yeah, it wasn't super amazing, but it also was one of our better sets recently, which is pretty sad.
So, like... Sorry, I'm just moving the trash can closer.
That's fine.
This set, like, we got a lot of illustrations or like full art cards, but they weren't like the more rare ones, but we got more of them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it was one where we
like,
definitely
collected more.
Yeah, we definitely had a few of like the lower value IRs. We had a lot of the double rares.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Fighting Energy, Toad School, Mr. Mime, Sprigatito, my favorite, Drampa, Greedent, Pelipper, Regice, Reverse Hollow Mincino, Reverse Hollow Remoraid, and Metagross. How gross.
Indeed. All right. All right. We have Psychic Energy, Cramorant, Florigato, Hops Rookity, Ends Clink, Combuskin, Alolan Golem, Escavalier, Reverse Hollow Delmise, Reverse Hollow Ends Joltik, and Lily's Rabombi.
Alright. Pack number dos. I don't speak Spanish, by the way. I try, but it doesn't go very well. Alright, anyways. Metal Energy, Alolan Geodude, Lotad, Sentret, Enzorora, Regice, Hops Cramorant, Octillery, Reverse Hollow Alolan Graveler, Reverse Hollow Iono's Wattrel, and Regirock.
Nice.
A second. No,
All right. Here we go. We have Dark Energy, Lotad, Nimble, Larvitar, Remoraid, Cloth, Levincia, Oncologne, Reverse Hollow Billy and Onair. Okay. Noibat. Illustration rare.
I know for sure that is a duplicate.
Yes, it is, but I will take it.
Yes.
And Megirna.
I love that Noibat one.
Yes, it is this Noibat one is a very good.
It is very pretty.
How we do in chat?
Oh, yep, yep. Gotta secure it. You gotta protect it. Use protection. Alright, last pack of Journey Together for me. It has not been a journey. It has been... Well, I guess it has been a journey, but a very rough one for me.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Here we go. We have Metal Energy, Iono's Tadbulb, Cramorant.
I still say they need to do a Cramorant card where it's got the Pikachu dangling
That's
out of its
what I was
mouth.
gonna say. Florgato, Hops Rookity, Banette, Pangoro, Grimmsnarl. I have a shiny. Reverse Hollow Pelipper, Reverse Hollow Coughing.
Okay.
Ooh, and Zoroark EX. I love this.
We'll take another double. We'll take another double rare.
It is so pretty.
Another ultra rare. Let's go. Okay.
Okay, well, it was a good journey. I just needed to be patient.
Patience is not your strong suit.
Even though in my line of work, I have to have a lot of patience.
I think that's it too, though, because oftentimes if you have to do something for work, you tend not to be outside of work because your brain separates between work mode and not work mode. And
sometimes
things like that, right. And things like that are one of the first things that your brain just is like, yeah, no.
Well, I have patience just in certain situations.
Yes. All right. Fire Energy. Wingull. Togedemaru. Which, starting Tuesday, will have boosted shiny odds in Pokemon Go. Squovit. Paris. Caparaja. Ends Castle. Oinkalone. Reverse Hollow Baynet.
Nice!
Oh, snap! Salamence EX. And Butterfree. So that's what? 2 ultra rares? Okay. 2 ultra rares and an illustration rare?
We just had to be patient. We both are not very patient outside of work. I feel like because we have to have so much patience at work with people.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because we have to.
Once we don't have to, it's like, yeah.
We're like,
okay.
all right.
That was fun, but now we're done.
Yeah. What? What's it going for?
That Salamence now is currently going for 74. Ooh, is the second highest value card in that set. So that's huge win.
Nice.
Glorious.
All right. So off to Destined Rivals we go. We've got the Lightning Energy.
Yes.
Electabuzz. Cynthia's Roselia. Team Rocket's Porygon. Heat Rotom. Wellspring Mask Ogerpon. Team Rocket's Mimikyu. Marini's Morgrim, Reverse Hollow Team Rocket's Nidoran, Reverse Hollow Team Rocket's Raticate, and Ethan's Typhlosion.
That's actually the most valuable card we've pulled, I think, since the Japanese Zekrom.
I thought we pulled something in Mega.
I don't think so. Not that high. And the highest from the Black Bolt God pack was about 60 with the Superior. The Zekrom was like 175.
Gotcha. This sweater is super comfy, but it is super warm.
Well, yeah, because it's like three or four sizes larger than what you technically need.
But I like swimming in it.
I'm aware. All right, Psychic Energy, because we could see that one coming. Cynthia's Gabite, Ethan's Quilava, Team Rocket's Nidorina, Steven's Baltoy, Marnie's Liepard, Huntail, Ethan's Pinsir, Arvin's Squovit, Cynthia's Roserade. Okay. I think we have this either in...
I know we have it. I don't know what
language. Yeah, that's usually our problem. Yeah.
I know we have it. What language do we have it in?
Phoenix. We got the Salamence from Journey Together, too.
Wait a minute. Smurfette? Excuse you.
Wow, Ninja.
I know. He's spicy.
Zeraora. Popping tonight.
I know it's not as much as, obviously, her Garchomp, but...
Yeah, it's certainly not Garchomp level.
No. We'll cover up the A spec. It's fine.
Yeah, the Roserade's like 15.
Back in and drink some Jack after, so I'm gonna lurk and wait for sleep. Good night. Got that one in Japanese with my big order. I know the English one is hella expensive.
Yeah, the Salamence is 75-ish. I feel like we can...
I mean, whatever you want to do. I mean, this is your stream. Thanks, Ninja. Right, so we've got Dark Energy, Team Rocket's Houndour, Misty's Magikarp, Mankey, Team Rocket's Mareep, Team Rocket's Nidoqueen, Arvin's Sandwich, Misty's Starmie, Reverse Hollow Team Rocket's Nidorino, Reverse Hollow Judge, and Team Rocket's Persian EX.
You know, we started off slow, but we're picking up. Damn.
All in time.
I just hope Phantasmal treats us this well.
Yeah, I don't know how Phantasmal has been, if I'm being honest. I haven't heard at all.
It's been... Everything said and done, it's been about on par with what Mega Evolutions was for people. So some people are...
Some really good, some really bad.
Yeah.
Got it. It was bad.
Yeah, it sounded like it was like a 1 in 5 for a double rare, and then the chance for getting anything above a double rare was about 1 in 5, so it mixed out to be like 1 in 3 or 1 in 4, but obviously mileage may vary. All right. We have Psychic Energy, Team Rocket's Grimer, Team Rocket's Tarantula, Missy's Magikarp, Ethan's Pichu, Team Rocket's Great Ball, Marnie's Liepard, Huntail, Mo Rotom, Missy's Lapras, and Crustle.
Alright, my last pack of Destined Rivals.
Yeah, I can never do pre-releases, even if I did get back into the game, because typically they're on like a Saturday afternoon and I'm working. And then all the places that do any kind of like organized play are usually Tuesdays here, which I'm usually either working or have library board meetings to attend.
Alright, my last pack. Here we go. Metal Energy. Team Rocket Stotler. Applin. Team Rocket's Zubat. Team Rocket's Meowth. Marnie's Morgrim. Team Rocket's Venture Bomb. Arvin's Toadscruel. Reverse Hollow Shroomesh. Reverse Hollow Team Rocket's Venture Bomb. And another Team Rocket Persian EX.
Wow. 2 of your 3 packs had the same double rare.
Okay.
That's both great luck and awful luck simultaneously.
It is what it is.
Yes. Would you rather pull nothing, though? It's always kind of the question.
I don't know how to answer that question.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. Here we go. Dark Energy. Ethan Pseudo-Widow. Arvin Squobit. Team Rocket's Nidoran Female. Mo Rotom. Team Rocket's Ampharos. Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. Team Rocket's Great Ball. Team Rocket's Houndoom. Ethan's Pichu. And Ethan's Magcargo.
Not bad, not bad, not
No.
bad.
And we're just now getting into the main course.
One for you, one for me. Did you?
Keeping in mind there's 9 in there.
Okay, so would you rather have the extra single pack or an extra in there?
Don't matter.
It doesn't matter to me either. Alright, so you have an extra in the ETB.
All right, chat. Main course energy.
And by the way, I'm just taking the cardboard off of this to make my life easier. They did print the inside this
Yes.
time.
Yeah, black and white was depressing.
You gotta kind of. Oh, it's upside down. Y'all can kind of see.
Saw a really good, neat thing people were doing is getting frames that are 8-inch across by 20 long.
Okay.
Huh?
And putting them in
That's
there.
the perfect size to
Oh.
have those in there. Of course, we have the player's guide.
I just want to take a peek.
Mm.
Just a quick little peek.
Okay, this is different.
Ooh, there are some good cards.
So
in here.
they changed the packaging up on the ETB, so now you actually have to like pull it out as a tray.
But I kind of like that better.
Yeah,
Because it keeps them more organized. Ooh.
for sure.
The Charcadet
Yes.
promo.
Charcadet promo.
Love.
It's actually a really cool looking promo. It's actually really nice.
Yeah. These and your dice and a coiny.
Bet you it's Charizard.
What?
Shocker.
No. You want to pick your poison?
Yes. The poison for boars. The poison designed specifically for boars. Boars is poison.
Yes. Oh, there's a little punny one.
Of course, because they have to cater to that demographic too.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to use this. So.
Yep, that's totally fine.
So there are mine. There are yours. You want to go or you want me to go first?
All right. Yeah, I'll go this time.
All right.
Cracking open our first packs of Phantasmal Flame chat.
The meat and potato. Oh, real quick. Can you mute for 2 seconds?
All right.
Sorry about that, chat. Just checking in on real life things.
All right. So we have Water Energy, Gloom, Dugong, Jigglypuff. It's actually kind of a cute art on that. Darumaka. Just felt like there was something there. Bronzong. Sacred Charm. Darmanitan. Reverse Hollow Palmo. Reverse Hollow Bronzor. And Suicune.
All right, here's my first one. Are we saving yours?
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Okay. And it's one to the front still, right? Okay. Here is mine. We got Water Energy, Absol, Swinub, Snubble, Apom, Ceruledge, Fire Breather, Honchcrow, Reverse Hollow Vibrava, Reverse Hollow Wondrous Patch, and Pawmot. I do like some of the art in this set too.
All right.
Even the basic ones.
Phantasmal Flames. Pack number 3. So, chat, how was your weekend?
Did any of y'all get good things from Pogo?
Hey.
We got a few hundos. I got a shundo for the first time.
All right, so we have Metal Energy, Ghastly, Nimble, Piloswine, Boltund, Alchemy, Mamoswine, Sacred Charm, Reverse Hollow Nimble, Reverse Hollow Blowtorch, Suicune.
Another one. Goofy. Yeah, I feel like we did pretty good for Pogo this weekend.
Yeah.
Besides today, it was a lot colder.
Yeah. The sudden temperature shift sucked.
It would be fine. if it wasn't for the wind.
Yeah, the wind was horrific.
Yeah. All right, we got Fighting Energy again. Apom, Pommel, Gloom, Dugong, Crocodile, Fire Breather, Bramblegast, Reverse Hollow Oddish, Reverse Hollow El Creamy, and Moltres.
Wow, so far this is turning out not good.
But maybe our luck will turn around.
Yep, it's early yet.
It is. And I forgot where I put my singles too, so.
All right. Dark Energy. Piloswine. Charmeleon. Milcery. Miracle. Cresselia. Dawn. Wigglytuff. Reverse Hollow Sableye. Reverse Hollow Bramblin. Okay. Mega Gengar EX. Double rare at least. On pack 5, so hey, that's about on par with what people were seeing.
All right. Here we go. We got Psychic Energy, Apom, Ghastly, Nimble, Piloswine, Punk Helmet, Haunter, Cresselia, Reverse Hollow Lotad, Reverse Hollow Bramblegast, and
Okay.
Full Art Blowtorch. Trying to heat things up, you know?
Well, we take an ultra rare. Musically, I think you've pulled both the ultra rares we've pulled tonight. Evening Drafter, how's it going?
Hello.
Hopefully just a slow start turning into good stuff.
You're good. Go ahead.
Water Energy. Sandile. Charmander. Bronzor. Trapinch. For whatever reason, it just always feels like there's another card to some of these. Linoon. Haunch Crow. Blowtorch. Reverse Hollow Palmy. Reverse Hollow Zigzagoon. Ambipom.
It's been decent. What about y'all?
Not too bad here. It's been a busy weekend, but mostly good. So, just kind of chilling and finally getting a chance to open up some of the new set.
And we opened up some previous set.
Yeah, actually popped off a little bit with some of it. I mean, I'll take a $75 Salamence any day of the week.
Yes. And here we go. We got Lightning Energy, Jigglypuff, Darumaka, Boltland, Baneri, Archelodon, Jumbo Ice Cream. Heal 80 damage from your active Pokemon that has 3 or more energy attached. That's pretty good. Grand Ball. Reverse Hollow Prinplup.
Ooh!
Togedemaru.
Illustration rare Togedemaru.
Oh, that's so cute. Can I get a double? No. Oh, I like that. It's so cute.
Nice.
We'll take it.
Oh, no worries, Drafter. Thank you for popping in. Hope you have a good rest of your night.
Have a good night.
All right. All right. We have Fighting Energy, Togedemaru, Toxel, Lotad, Prinplup, Eternatus, Jumbo Ice Cream, Ludicolo, Reverse Hollow Honchcrow, Reverse Hollow Wondrous Patch, and Flygon.
Alright, here is my next pack. Good night. Alright, here's that. Alright, here we go. We got Dark Energy, Charcadet, Absol, Swinub, Snubbull, Darmanitan, Grimsley's Move, Alchemy, Reverse Hollow Bolton, Wondrous Patch Reverse Hollow, and Mega Diancie EX.
Nice. We've had an ultra rare, an illustration rare, and 2 double rares off of 10 packs, so that's a 4 and 10.
Yeah, 40%.
So far, not bad. And they were finding that the odds for pulling like an ultra rare an illustration rare or better were about 1 in 5, so we're hitting that too.
Yeah.
So we're hitting odds. Fire Energy, Zigzagoon, Misdreavus, Toxel, Lotad, Cresselia, Haunter, Punk Helmet, Reverse Hollow Trapinch, Reverse Hollow Brambleghast, and Vileplume.
Alright, here is my next one. Here's for you. Here's for me. Alright, here we go. We got Fire Energy, Milcery, Oddish, Ghastly, Togedemaru, Honchcrow, Grimsley's Move, Gliscor, Reverse Hollow Darmanitan, Reverse Hollow Apom, and Rushy.
All right. 8 packs left. All right. We have Psychic Energy, Gloom, Carvana, Yamper, Bramlin, Granbull, Wondrous Patch, Seviper, no Sevipin, Reverse Hollow Charcadet, Wigglytuff illustration rare.
Nice.
The fact that the eyes are the hollow
That's
foil pattern is
creepy.
actually makes it super fucking creepy. Like especially like that. How the light looks there. Ultra creepy mode.
Ugh. Stop it. Move it.
Ooh. And oh hey, another freaking Suicune.
It'll haunt me in my nightmares. Just like the pocket one.
Mm.
Ugh.
Why is Wigglytuff always gotta be fucking creepy?
I don't know. Because doesn't it like sing or lullaby its opponent to sleep or some
Yep.
shit? Or some stuff?
Mm.
Sorry. All right, well, let's move on from that creepy thing. Psychic Psychic Energy, Pomo, Charcadet, Absol, Swinub, Bramblegast, Blowtorch, Crocodile, Reverse Hollow Lotad, Reverse Hollow Dawn, and Rushy.
It's actually one of the most valuable illustration rares in the set. Like $10.
Not bad.
Yeah, so far most of the set isn't holding a ton of value other than the Charizards. So that's actually kind of nice because it means the scalpers will hopefully get sick of it very quickly. So this it actually may turn into a set where you may actually be able to actually find it for a bit.
I hope so.
Once the initial bullshit settles down anyway.
Yeah.
It still won't be acceptable anytime soon, but it will
Yeah.
hopefully be better-ish
Yeah.
than other sets have been. All right. We have Fire Energy, Sandile, Piplup, Zigzagoon, Misdreavus, Blowtorch, Honchkrow, Cresselia, Reverse Hollow Palmo, Reverse Hollow Linoon, and Palmont.
I wonder why they made the stylistic choice of using the blowtorch going this way as a full art, but in the normal cards it goes the other way. It just things I'm curious about. Don't mind me.
No, that's fair.
Alright, this for you. These away quick. And I don't think I did one to the front. I guess we'll find out. Alright. We're good. We're good. Alright, Metal Energy. Prinpluff. Pomo. Charcadet. Absol. Ceruledge. Crocodile. Fire Breather. Reverse Hollow Prinpluff.
Ooh.
Ludicolo!
Nice.
I love it.
We'll take a Ludicolo IR.
Suicune. Of course there's a Suicune behind it.
Yeah, we've been pulling a ton of Suicune. Like literally it's been in the rare slot in like a third of our packs. Mm-hmm. Phantasmal Flames. We are down to our last 4 packs for the evening. All right. We have Fighting Energy, Duraludon, Gligar, Grinplup, Smeargle, Bronzong, Sacred Charm, Darmanitan, Reverse Hollow Absol, Reverse Hollow Zacian, Mega Heracross EX.
Nice.
Overall, the pull rates on this have not been bad.
No. I know, it's like I don't know where to put them now.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah. All right, my second to last pack. All right, here we go. Touching Grass, Nubble, Apom, Mimikyu, Bronzor, Meloetta, Sacred Charm, Darmanitan, Reverse Hollow Reshiram, Reverse Hollow Archaludon, and Miss Magius EX with the like star pattern on it.
Nice. All right. Down to our last two packs.
I hope we get one more full art.
No, for sure. I hope we get two. So
I mean, I hope we get two, but like I will be okay with one.
But yeah, overall, it has not been bad to us, which is unusual to say about sets lately.
Yes.
All right. We have Metal Energy, Gloom, Carvana, Yamper, Vibrava, Blowtorch, Seviper, no Seviping, Bramblegast, Reverse Hollow Flygon, Reverse Hollow Milcery, and Flygon.
I really wanted to tell you that Flygon says hi.
Apparently.
It's Cheesecake 2.0. All right, my last pack of, and the last pack of Phantasmal Flames. Hoping for a full art here. I don't care what it is. I mean, I would hope to not get a duplicate, but
Right.
you know, we will take what we can get. All right, we've got Dark Energy, Charmander, Sableye, Duraludon, Piloswine, Bramblegast, Archaludon, Jumbo Ice Cream, Reverse Hollow Murkrow, Reverse Hollow Cresselia, and Genesect.
Overall, though, cannot complain.
You did pretty.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the pull of the evening was Salamence, for sure.
Yeah.
But we did get a lot of other really good-looking cards.
Yeah.
We pulled a few others that definitely have some value to them, too. Not that that's really what we primarily go for, but it's always nice when we get to get that, too.
Yeah.
It's like having dessert for breakfast.
Jumbo ice cream.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Are you going to do a recap?
Nope.
No? Okay. Can you give me the PFL ones, please?
Which is fine, because we didn't... I think that's it for those.
The other in set order. Let me know what set you
Works. Here, this is also SSP. And this.
Okay.
Mega.
Mega.
Non-destined rivals.
Yeah, so we got absolutely nothing for Journey and Twilight Mask and yeah.
But yeah, so weirdly, well, wait. That Salamence was Journey. Sure.
That's Journey. That's Journey.
Yeah.
That's Journey.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, so Journey actually treated us pretty well.
Yeah.
Again, pull the number 2 value card out of the set. Any day you could do that's a good day.
Yeah.
Hey. All right.
Well, that's it for Wolf.
All right. Have
Wolf,
a good
go
night.
ahead to sleep. Because Wolf has to work tomorrow. So have a good night, Chad. It was good seeing y'all. Hopefully I will be up and running at some point. Who knows? Love you.
Love you too.
Good night.
Good night. All right, chat. So we are going to do something that you never really see me do on stream. Thank you, because I am actually probably going to swap out into that because this is getting
Toasty.
Yeah, a little too toasty. Problem is because there's a vent for the heat right there.
Okay.
So give me 1 second, chat. Oh, you.
Yes, take it up.
See what I have to deal with, chat? Much better.
So sorry.
All right, so that's feeling much better. I think, though, I'm going to need to grab something to drink real quick, though. So, again, BRB. All right, chat, we are back. Pretty much. Stand by. Okay. So, as I was saying, we are going to go ahead and do something that you don't usually see me do on stream. We got some Phantasmal Flames, and now we're going to sort through and get actually put away proper. The not messy, but not as amazing thing that goes along with all collections like this. How I usually sort them is in set order. So, let's get to it, shall we? Break it up by type first to make it easier. Hey, long-legged pack day, welcome in. Thanks. We actually had a really good time with the rips tonight. Best thing that we pulled? Actually pulled the Salamence from Journey Together. So we'll put that there. Just because inevitably when I do things like this, that's usually the big question that's asked is, was the best or most valuable thing you pulled in the night? Well, it's that. But yeah, Journey Together has treated us super well. Actually, I think we have at least a few of the top 5 cards for it now, so can't complain. The scalpers may hate that set, but I love it because it's actually had good pull rates. You know? And anytime you have good pull rates, you're probably going to enjoy life a little bit better. Alrighty. So we have Linksy coming in with 3 gifted subs to the community. Way to make an entrance. So we have gift subs on Twitch going out to Phoenix Lily, the Wow, and Gonzalitos009. And between the subs from the other night, and that means we actually have to open 3 more packs, chat. Since we have 3 different sets here, we will open up one of each of what we have. So we'll start off with some base set Scarlet Violet. All right. We have Dark Energy, Flittle, Shroomish, Mankey, Charcadet, Cacturn, Messagoza, Heracross, Squawkabilly, Buizel, and Skeledirge. Figures I start working on sorting cards and people have me open it more. I'm not complaining. Wolf might complain if she were down here still, but I think she's upstairs and trying to get some sleep. All right. The Paradox Rift, which we have actually opened a decent amount of lately, just because it's been one of the more available sets. Okay, we have Psychic Energy, we have Wimpod, Plusle, Tandemaus, Toadschool, Absol, Masquerain, Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, Toadscruel, Chantal, and Zacian. And then Obsidian Flames. Side note, I'm pretty sure 10 subs over on Twitch is the record for the channel. All right. We have Metal Energy, Zigzagoon, Scyther, Meltan, Charcadet, Sharpedo, Espeon, Floatzel, Reverse Hollow Scyther, Reverse Hollow Togedemaru, and Scovillain. All right. And again, chat, that we had that bonus pack openings because we have the current sub incentive over on Twitch. Every 2 gifted subs, I open up another pack. Bonus content for the community, by the community. Okay. And now back to sorting cards. All right. So, chat, what was your favorite pull tonight that we had? Obviously, Salamence gets a lot of votes, I'm sure, from people just because it's by far the most valuable thing that we pulled. And I'm excited by the fact that we actually did pull one of the more valuable things from that set again. But also, too, just there was a lot of like good art cards that we had. And overall, I was not disappointed by the pull rates in Phantasmal Flames. Like some people said that the pull rates were kind of generous. And then some people were saying that it wasn't super great. Again, I think it's just one of those variations among samples. You see that all the time. All right. So, with that said, and then I will say too, I do genuinely like the look of the reverse hollows in the Mega Evolution sets. I know some people complain that they are very plain, but I think that's actually one of the best things about them. Because they are very plain background, you get that more like glossy, like you could see the camera in the reflection on that reverse hollow. And just the fact that it is that bright, vibrant, very clean reverse hollow, I think that's a good look for him. I think honestly, a lot of the pattern type ones, especially like the dark type ones, a lot of those in prior sets, like in Scarlet Violet and Sword and Shield, just the patterning isn't distinct enough to notice half the time. So yeah, some of those you almost have to look down in the corner and just see what color the set symbol is, because otherwise you don't notice it. But like this, I mean, it's a very clean look to it, and it looks good. There is absolutely elegance and simplicity, you know what I'm saying, chat? Not a lot of fighting types in this set. Okay. This rough sort always takes a little bit. But Wolf will be happy that she's not having to go through and sort another set. Because she is always kind of giving me crud on that one. Now, granted, she likes sorting because she gets to look at all the artwork, and that's her thing. But she also has a lot on her plate right now, so doing a little bit of it myself should hopefully help her out. And yes, I may be chronically busy. I may occasionally impulsively buy cards because the mental health gods demand it. But if I can be anything else beyond that, I like to be there for my family. You know? At the end of the day, our chosen family is who we got. As I probably killed chat by being sentimental. But it is what it is. We are in a chill stream. Cool. Getting through it. At least for the rough sort. Because then I go through and then each section we have to break down into set order. So that's something. Sorry, chat. Just checking on one thing real quick. Sorry about that, chat. Just had to take care of something super quick. And now we continue on. Lots of psychic, lots of dark. All right. And all of these are after the fact. So they will all be at the end anyway. Cool. And that's the rough category sort done. Hey, Wilbur, how's it going? Yeah, I feel that. I heard slash saw you at a decent wild area event at least, so that's a good thing. Yeah, I wound up finishing off the event with 10 hundos and 19 shinies. But I also wasn't playing as hard as I could have, mostly just because I was trying to just mostly chill and have a good time with Wolf. So just really remembering what's important with it. Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Overall, mine was really good. The only headache I really, like, serious headache I had was today started off with a shiny Haunch Crow running, and that was with a Safari Ball, Golden Raz, excellent Curveball, and it still ran. So, I mean, couldn't really do anything with that. So that was super disappointing, but carried on. I mean, I didn't really need it. I mean, the reality is I have multiple Hundo Murkrows and Haunch Crows. I've got plenty of shinies for it. One more wasn't gonna make or break. And based on the IV tools, it was probably a fairly low IV as far as those go. It certainly was no Hundo, that's for darn sure. Not weather boosted with as it was, so no. So you win some, you lose some. I did, however, get the Beware. I got the Cresselia. I got the Darkrai. I got the W Unknown, which is huge. I actually go plus that one. And I had like 3 Uxie on my thing today. No shinies with it, but one of them was. Yeah, no, yeah, I saw that. I already had a Zelfa Hundo. Oh, and then I've got a couple of 98s for some of the others. I wasn't really sweating the Lake Trio that much, even though yes, they're regional. It feels like they're rolling them out more and more at events. They feel a lot less regional than they used to be, and also unlike when they first came out, remote rating's a thing. So it's not like there won't be opportunities to get them. Yeah, absolutely. Getting 2 out of 3 of them in one event's amazing. I got a Mesprit yesterday, and then I had 3 Uxie today. Yeah, but I think some of it too depends on which ones you got. Because I mean, if the one you didn't get was a Zelf, well, that's the North American one that we're more likely to get in raids anyway. So theoretically you'll have more opportunities to get that one anyway than you would the others. So you can get the other two. I mean, that's the hard part. Yeah. So there you go. And I saw very few people actually pull a Zelf on the incense around here. Like Wolf had one, I think, but that's about it. It felt like people were mostly getting the ones that were outside of their region. Which is fine. And if you're going to have a case like that, that's what you want. Yeah, like I wasn't sweating the Lake Trio too hard because I've already got hundos of at least one of them, and I've got all three shinies. And the reality is, you're never really going to use them for anything anyway. There was a brief period of time where Zelf was one of the better psychic type attackers, but that time is long gone. Just it doesn't have the moveset and it doesn't have the sheer stats to actually. But yeah. So that's where that's at. I'm actually shocked though, Wilbur. There we go. That fixes that. Yeah, I know. But I'm just more stunned that you managed to dodge all the ones that have flown the last few days. Like, how did you manage? Because usually it prioritizes people who have been in the chat and everything. And so, yeah, I'm shocked on that one. So just use some of my spendable balance that way. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we've had enough flying around. I'm like I said, I'm more shocked that you didn't land on one of them. Okay. Cool. Yep. decided to go through and deep sort out the new set. Just figured one less thing for Wolf to worry about. Plus, it was still a little early. I didn't want stream to end after like an hour and a half, so figured do this for a little bit. All right. So how we holding up over on the TikTok side of things, folks? You guys been a little bit quiet last little bit. Oh, I know. I know she enjoys it, but also at the same time, she's also been stressing about having too much to do. So if I can do little things here and there. And hey, it's low effort content for me, so honestly, centering has not been that big of an issue, at least since the Scarlet Violet era. Like, it feels like centering was horrific in Sword and Shield, but then Scarlet Violet's mostly been better. I won't say it's been 100%, not by a long shot, but I have seen far less absolutely crazy off-center garbage. It's almost like directly taking control of the printer and buying them out was kind of a smart move on TPCI's part. Like, they were actually able to kind of take control and actually make sure that the quality was what they wanted out of it. That's great. Yeah, it happens. But yeah, I'm actually running a new setup for the stream anyway, just because OBS continued to be an absolute nightmare. So now I've actually got the stream running off of Meld instead, and so far it's actually been better. Like, even with not running a game, I was typically looking at where OBS was typically using up anywhere where like a stream like this would be using up like 65% of my CPU without local recording on. Whereas with Meld, even with local recording on, I'm sitting at like 37%. Like, it's a huge resource difference. Yeah, it's huge. Like, so far I'm liking what I'm dealing with Meld. I was able to actually also import like 95% of my stuff from OBS. There were only a few things I actually had to tweak, but it gives me a little bit more granular control over certain things, which is handy. I love how you got a bunch of dugong but no seal. Also, almost no reverse hollows for water cards. Interesting. Yeah, like literally, other than a couple of Prinplup, absolutely nothing for reverse hollows. But yeah, so overall, I can't complain about the weekend. It's been a good weekend for me. I was really looking forward to it too. It's just kind of a nice little, relatively relaxing weekend before the holiday season starts getting super crazy, especially with work and everything. Because I know I'm going to have pretty much after this weekend, I know I'm going to have very few days off, realistically. Oh, for sure. Yeah, it also helps too because I'm not actually running any of like the monitoring the stream off of my main computer. I'm actually running the monitoring off of my new Chromebook. So that's been helpful. Just kind of offloading, not having to run Chrome at all is kind of helpful. Because not running Chrome automatically saves a boatload of resources. And the problem with Chrome is it's not like you can just add more RAM and expect that to improve. Because Chrome is going to be like, no, I'll take that too. And other browsers don't necessarily matter too much. Because actually, on my main desktop PC, I actually run Edge. Because I found that tends to be a little bit less resource intensive than Chrome does, even though it's all Chromium based, so it's all got the same problems. But Edge is just slightly more tolerable in most cases I've found, so I use it. Okay. Yeah, not bad. And the 5060 in there definitely helps you. Yeah, my desktop PC is running a 4070, and that was an upgrade here just like not super long ago. But that was an upgrade back in like October, like early October. Finally replacing my 1080. Yeah, I haven't touched Palworld since like a month or so after it launched. So I would probably be absolutely lost if I tried to get back into it. And I have so much else to do. Is my other issue. Like I have so many games to play. I've got so many things I want to do for content and streaming. I have 80,000 other things I need to get done. So just absolutely I cannot commit to going back and playing through a bunch of other games and everything. Just isn't going to happen. for sure. Destiny's actually been getting tolerable again because they've been fixing a lot of the progression issues and things like that. So like, it doesn't feel like such a slog to try to get yourself up to speed. I don't think it's quite where it needs to be yet, but it's pretty darn close now, honestly. Yes. I saw the guy using the campfire emote, so I went down and then after about 30 seconds I realized I don't have a marshmallow there. And then I started taking a look and figuring out exactly what was going on. I was like, ah yes, the universal marshmallow replacement. A bouquet of roses. But I just think it's great that ornaments like that can break emotes. But emotes have always been kind of jank. Case in point, the ones that let you sit back into the war sat on that one strike and skip that whole part. So emotes have always been kind of jank. Yes. In fact, as gamers, we just tend to like broken things anyway. Which is good, because otherwise Bethesda would have stopped existing years ago. Yeah, speaking of studios and whatnot, you know, I'd say if there's any studio I'm genuinely worried about, like, yeah, Bungie's in real bad shape and whatnot, but honestly, the studio I'm super concerned with right now is BioWare. Honestly. You know, the last couple games they put out have not met expectations by any stretch. Andromeda, Anthem, Veilguard, and now that they are owned by the Saudis, and they're a studio that historically a lot of their games don't fly very well with Saudi moral laws and like that, I would have some concerns there. Now, yeah, EA has claimed that all that stuff is going to be fine and there's not going to be issues with it. We'll see. Now, that said, the Saudis, when they invest in things, usually like to try to leave them alone as much as they can. As long as they are producing financially for them, they would much rather just leverage whatever that investment is giving them. Which is fine. And especially in their video game aspects, they historically have tended to leave well enough alone. Which is why I wasn't super concerned with Scopely buying out Niantic Games. And actually, I'd say so far Scopely's done a better job managing things. Not perfect, but there definitely have been some improvements. There's still a lot that needs to be fixed. But overall, I can't complain too much about this. Well, definitely they've done more as far as like there's been a little bit more focus on quality of life features. We're seeing a big move away from focusing on all the AR crap that Niantic Spatial had wanted to keep shoving into the game. Definitely there are some things that are still broke. Like they keep having some issues with certain issues with events. But we are seeing what I believe is them going through and fixing some of the spaghetti code. Case in point, there are, like, they went through in a lot of parts of the game, like the cat screens and things like that, do actually run better than they used to. Like, if you have it enabled where native refresh rate is enabled, you are more likely to actually get the higher refresh rate for most chunks of the game. There, you still see a little bit of desyncing with raids, but it's not as bad as it used to be. And then also too, while I would have loved to see a much higher ceiling on the level up, on the new level cap, like the current level 80 being like 10% more than what the existing level 60 was, doesn't leave a whole lot of room for growth. Eventually, I'm sure it's a setup because I'm sure, eventually see level 100. So I think more is coming on that. But that said, the way they changed it as far as giving much more incentive and more items and everything like that, including like space upgrades and whatnot as part of the level up process, I think is good for new players. I think they're doing a lot more to really build out ahead of. I think really what they're planning with this level change was to rescale it to make it a little bit nicer and much more enticing for new players. So I think what we're going to see is, I think you're going to see them next year leading up into the 10th anniversary of the game doing a lot more on like new player acquisition, get people back into the game that have quit. I think they're going to be, yeah. It's something like that to the new level 40. So I think what you're going to see is next year a lot more focus on getting players, getting lapsed players to return, and then also to actual new player acquisition, which the game really hasn't focused on in years. So I think they're going to be doing a little bit more with that. And then I think eventually, once they kind of get all that stuff figured out and sort out some of the other stuff that they're working on, I think that's when we'll see an increase to level 100. And I think that's going to be where the real big XP grind actually happens. Pretty sure I actually hit 300 million today. Come to think of it. Let me take a look. Load that up real quick. But yeah, I know I was pretty close early in the day, so I'm pretty sure I passed up 300 mil. Yep, 300,684,000. Oof. Yeah, I hit level. I finally did all the PvP crap to hit level 50 like a week before the update went live. So I did manage to pull off level 50, but it was only after much complaining about being forced to do PvP. And then level 71 now, I'm literally just down to I have to do a route 7 days in a row, which I don't know when that's actually going to get done, especially with the fact that we're hitting the winter months. I really don't see me doing that anytime soon. Nice, yeah. I hit 71 a few days ago, but because of the route requirement, I'm not in any hurry to go past that. Yeah, I was taking my time on that. The reality is it's going to be so long until we see another level up increase, where what's the point in rushing it? Yeah, XP is not a factor for me. I am sitting at, like I said, I passed 300 million, so I have more XP than I will ever need, at least until we get like an increase to level 100. And by the time we do that, the reality is I will probably be not terribly far from that, realistically. Like, I'm not trying to milk every bit of XP out there. I will say what was nice was all the Grimsnarl Gigantamaxes. I did manage to build up, like, because I started off GoFest before everything started kicking off. I had like 3,000 Stardust because I had just done a little bit of investing into things. So I had literally a couple thousand Stardust, and now I'm back up to like 1.5 mil, which is actually the most I've had in quite some time. Yeah, I mean, 100 mil is something, but yeah, same. I had Spatial Run cooking the entire time. I wasn't just immediately throwing out the power up Pokemon tasks. I was just finding something that was lower level that was going to be cheaper. But I still probably burned like 40k Stardust on all those. And it wound up being worth it for one of them because I got a Hundo Impotent out of it. So, eh. So yeah, so I was definitely burning up a bunch of Spatial Rent and things like that. I have I think 6 eggs left to hatch. No, I've got 9 still. But they are actually all super close. The reality is I will hatch all of those probably within my first half an hour at work tomorrow. Yeah, Shiny Mime Jr. will have been definitely a good hatch. I was definitely more looking for the Tink, which Wolf actually did get. Wolf's, I think actually her Pokedex Tink was the friggin' shiny. Because she's only gotten like 2 Tinks, and I think the first one was the shiny. Oh, I actually do have Shiny Mime Jr. already. I couldn't remember if I had gotten that one or not. But no, I got that one back in May. Yeah, Tink was a surprise shiny drop with the Nagasaki event. And then yeah, uh, um, Shiny Mime has been available. I think back in May might have been the first time that in the States we could get Shiny Mime. I don't remember how far back that one actually went. Okay, yeah. Because I know, like, Mime itself has been able to be had for a while. '56. Yeah. Oh. Okay, cool. Got 2 more first place showcases, and then a fourth. Already have the Professor Pikachu, so don't really need them, but I will take the items from winning them. Was that Murkrow art? That's just the style that artist does. He's act. This artist has actually done quite a few cards. Like, I think Absol and I think either Scarlet Violet Base or Temporal Forces. I think also did the Ghastly line in 151. A lot of dark types actually, but it definitely has kind of a Van Gogh type of style to the background and everything. Yeah, to me I get Van Gogh vibes from it. I know Wolf is not a big fan of it either. I don't personally mind it that much. It's not my favorite, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst in my opinion. Right. It's definitely a very polarizing art style for sure. There's no question on that one. That's fine. Definitely something I've had to do quite a bit today. Bonus, the Viper. Probably didn't pull any Sharpedos because it's probably actually only the Mega Sharpedo in the set, would be my guess. Cool. We are almost done sorting through this set. Oh, for sure. Well, Skidoo was never intended to be a regional in the first place. It was just very heavily locked into the GoFest events until after Global. But yeah, Skidoo was never intended to be a regional. It was mostly just used as a kind of a big exclusive for GoFest initially. And then after that, it didn't really matter. It was definitely kept as a much more rare spawn for a while after, but it was never a region locked. Right, because they were using it to drum up those events. But then after that, after those were done, they didn't need to do that anymore. All right. Almost done with deep sorting this. Now, one I will say I'm very glad very quickly moved on to be, even though it's still technically a regional. This is Phantasmal Flames. This is the new set that just dropped this past week. But yeah, I will say I'm very glad that Clef Key very quickly moved on from being a France region locked one to being included in enough events where pretty much everyone's got it already. Because let's be completely honest, nobody is traveling to France for Pokemon. Let's just put that one out there. It's not happening. So, what that meant was we yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if they debut it as part if they debut Shiny Klefki as part of Kalos tour. Because let's be honest, we should get Kalos tour here this coming spring, like probably February, March. And obviously, if they do the same thing that they've done every year with the region event, with the region tours, they'll unlock the shiny for it then. And that will probably be like one of the big hunt shinies for people. Just try to grab it before it goes back to there. So you watch, it'll be primarily in like research tasks and raids rather than as a wild spawn. Because that will be how they make their money from it. Now that said, Kalos Tour has an interesting play. What do they do with Mega Evolutions for it? My gut tells me they will make Mega Raids a very big part of that event. Well, you are kind of correct because somebody did the math on it, including all the Pokemon currently existing in all the games. Names you're looking at currently there are now fewer than 100 Pokemon that are not available in Go. And when you figure that the vast majority of those are ones still in like Gen not like the later gens, primarily in like 8 and 9, we're getting close to parity. And I think part of that is simply because Game Freak has slowed down their release schedule, which they needed to because they were putting out slop and they were finally getting called out for it. And Mega X and Y I for Mewtwo, no, that won't be Kalos Tour. I would pretty much put money on that is Go Fest next year for the 10th anniversary of the game. Because they know that Mega Mewtwo will be especially since Mewtwo hasn't been available for quite some time. When was the last time we actually had Mewtwo in raids? It's been a couple years, I think. So, Mega Mewtwo X and Y, right? I could I could pretty much guarantee. Yeah, that's been a little bit. I would pretty much put money on that is what we see for Go Fest next year, which Scopely in the city of Chicago announced they have a multi-year deal to bring Go Fest to Chicago. So we're looking at probably the next couple years, Go Fest will be in Chicago again. Yeah. So for us that aren't that far away from that, and I mean Wolf is from the Chicago area, it wouldn't be that tough for us to work out the logistics. Yeah. So yeah, Go Fest. Initially, the reporting was for next year, but then they put out a statement saying that, and they implied that it was a multi-year deal, which means we're looking at probably a few years of IRL Go Fest in Chicago. Now, if those are consecutive years or if there's a gap year between them, I don't know. But it wouldn't shock me if it's a multi-consecutive year. I have unfortunately never been to an IRL one yet. I want to. Next year would be a killer year to do that, for sure. I think it'll all kind of depend on budgeting. Because the only, like, I was scheduled to go to an in person event, and that was Safari Zone St. Louis. And then COVID happened and shut it down the week before it was supposed to occur. So yeah, so that was something. But yeah, so I would absolutely love to go to Go Fest this coming year. We'll see if that actually pans out or not, though. But I think it's one of the better opportunities we've had in a while. Yeah, that's a tough one. I almost feel like it's gonna have to be just via special research. Seeing Manaphy and Fione. Yeah, I personally feel like that's gonna have to be special research. I think it'll probably be like a GoFest special research sometime next year or two. Yeah, exactly. It'll follow a very similar path to a lot of the other mythicals. I feel like that's pretty much a given. Yeah, for sure. Whee! Wondrous Patch really liked the reverse hollows, didn't it? Cool. We got that there. Five, 117, 104, 105. Cool. And that is Phantasmal Flames sorted. And we can put all of the other ETB stuff in there, mostly just to fill the space so it's not falling all over itself. Right. And the other fact is the DLC for Za is going to add even more of them in. So a lot of content for megas that can be added in. So we'll see where they go from there. The other thing too is, I mean, it's pretty much a given at this point. Gen 10 will, I would assume, drop next year. It'll be late next year. I suspect the fact that they moved the DLC for Za from February and moved it into December means makes it feel to me more likely that they're going to slot in a second DLC pack for Za just to add extra fill, just stretch things out. No, originally the DLC for Za was supposed to drop like end of February, and instead now we're getting it early December, which either means Gen 10 is dropping early, which I have a hard time believing that right now. Oh, I think what's going to end up actually happening with it is we're going to get a second DLC pack for Za, and that will probably drop sometime in the spring, and they'll use that as a holdover to go into like fall or winter for a major gen release. That would be my guess. Obviously, they could. But yeah, obviously they could bring Gen 10 out earlier. But I feel like with the criticisms that Scarlet Violet had, and then some of the criticisms that people still had with ZA. I feel like if they're smart, they're gonna try to buy their time. Yeah, I mean, there are definitely a few things that ZA could have done better. It did feel like maybe some elements were a little bit rushed, but at the same time, there were a lot of really good things with the game, for sure. Like, plot wise, character development wise, the character interactions between each other, a lot of it was stuff that they really dug into that in a way that you haven't seen in prior Pokemon games. And I think that that's the kind of thing that they really need to lead into a little bit more. Is okay, yeah. Uh, so you're getting closer then. But yeah, so overall, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I personally wouldn't expect to see Gen 10 till later. I know historically they do an earlier in the year release on new gen, but I do kind of feel like they may be trying to take into consideration their own statements, just saying that they understand after the criticisms of Scarlet Violet that they are rushing things too fast. And the other thing too is, yeah, is it? Yeah, you might be right on that one. But at the end of the day, I really don't think we're going to see a new gen until late 2026. I do feel fairly confident that it will come out this year. I don't feel like Nintendo and TPC are really that worried about whenever the hell GTA 6 drops, because they're not really competing for the same slice of the pie. You know, a lot of other AAA games would absolutely be looking at pivoting away from that release schedule. I don't think it affects Pokemon that much, frankly. So I don't. So really, Nintendo and TPC, the schedule is theirs to make, and that's great for them. Simply because they've really been putting themselves on like what they feel they need to do rather than what they need to do. And I think if they go ahead and if they actually take more time between gens, I think it's going to be a good thing for them. The reality is they're making money hand over fist on the franchise anyway. Like, I has Scarlet and Violet gotten any better? If you have a Switch 2, yes. Like, I actually feel like Scarlet and Violet are actually playable on Switch 2, whereas I didn't feel like they were that playable on Switch 1, which is why I pretty much stopped after I beat the main story. But Switch 2, like, I can actually see things. Things run at a much better frame rate. The color with HDR support is much better. And then ZA is a whole different animal on Switch 2 versus Switch 1 as well. Pretty much. But the reality is you're going to have that with a lot of with a lot of Switch games, simply because the Switch 2 is just that much more powerful hardware. Because it takes so much more advantage of like DLSS and things like that, it's going to do a lot better. And it does, frankly. So anytime you upgrade an entire generation on hardware, you're going to see that. But the fact is, they also had a little bit more time because the Switch 2 took so long to develop that you would expect games that have like the Switch 2 upgrade packs and whatnot, or like the free upgrade patches like what Scarlet Violet had, you would expect it to be more optimized because they've had more time. So that's definitely something that's been pretty significant. Ooh. And then personally, again, they're making money hand over fist. The other thing to keep in mind too is they may have moved the DLC for ZA actually to avoid themselves. Now that we know Pokopia is going to be launching in spring next year, they may have tried to move the stuff for ZA ahead of schedule, literally so they're not trampling over their own feet. And then I think Pokopia is going to be what they use to kind of stall that time until Gen 10. As well as trying to pick up kind of an extra little genre into the franchise. No, that's fair. I didn't really play the Switch too much either, but part of that was because the family took that the half of the family that lives up in Manitowoc took that up there, mostly for the 6-year-old. So I really didn't have it down here anymore. And that was why we opted to go ahead and get a Switch 2 for down here. And I have probably put more time in on the Switch 2 since I've had it than I put in on Switch 1. Or at least it's fairly close already. Anyways, chat. Got the side mission of getting Phantasmal sorted. I'm a little bit tired. My throat's kind of sore. Just allergies have been bothering me all weekend because I was outside all weekend. So my throat's hurting pretty bad. Talking is not amazing right now. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. But I do want to thank everyone who tuned in tonight. We had an amazing stream. Thank you, Linksy, for the gifted subs over on Twitch. Thank you, Wilbur, for popping in and chatting. Thank you for everyone who popped in over on TikTok. And of course, too, we got thank you, Salamence. Not every day we pop a $75 card on stream. So that wasn't too bad. So I want to thank everyone who tuned in. We will look... Yeah, exactly. Darn. But yeah, so with that in mind, I will see all of you next stream. Again, most of the streams the rest of the week are probably going to be more Destiny 2 and Destiny Rising. More so than Pokemon, because I want to grind out the Shiny Charm off stream, because going through the same 5-fight sequence 120 something times, to me, just does not scream good content. It doesn't scream like something people actually want to see. So I'd much rather do that off stream and then do the shiny hunting on stream. So, in the meantime, it's going to be more Destiny. So with that in mind, thank you all for tuning in. I could, but the reality is the whole idea of like side stream thing really isn't a thing. So with that in mind, I want to thank everyone who tuned in tonight. Don't forget to drop a follow, drop a subscribe over on YouTube if you're not already. And we will see you all next time. Have a good rest of your night. Goodbye.